Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, our war room is messed up, but that will not deter us from bringing you the epic coverage that the VRML always seeks to bring. Tonight, we have Gunning on Empty versus Ember. We will be starting this match a little bit later tonight. Ember had to postpone by 10 minutes, which is completely legal. All teams are allocated 20 minutes to assemble their team on time. A fairly fluid attendance policy on the VRML side. We will be just been working with some stuff here. There it is. We'll be heading straight into our bands, picks, and whatnot. My understanding, and let me pull this up really quick here. Sorry, my information's a little scattered right now. Okay. I've got it right here. So, Ember, being the first to ban banned. Drum roll, please. Quarantine. Oh, that's not. Oh, wrong. That was wrong. Ban. Banish it. Oh. Still getting used to my own user interface here. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. That is a ban. There. Bad. That's what we need. Bad. Ban quarantine. Ban. And Gunning on Empty, our American/Aussie mix in the league here, has decided to ban a fan favorite, Suburbia. Who would show up? There it is. There's the ban. It's really slow today. I think it needs a Red Bull or something. Our first map that we will be jumping into will be, drum roll please, it is, here, I'm gonna hype it up a little bit. It's been an upcoming map for this season. It's been here for the longest time, but making its comeback, it's Subway. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Ember banning Q1 and yeah, Gunning on Empty. That's a mouthful. Banning Suburbia. Now both of these teams here have been quite on the rise in the rankings compared to previous season. Gunning on Empty not playing at all, and Ember kind of being in the mid marker area. Not a bad team, but not the best by any chance. But now Ember has shot to the top, defeating the likes of Phoenix, and pretty much driving the nail into the coffin for Phoenix nonetheless. Speaking of fire teams, and what else? I think they also, let me go through their map stage. We have stats for this. We have data. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I wasn't as prepared here. They also beat Cold Steel. Only person who they've lost to recently were Danglers. They've also beaten Rome. They also fell to Lords of War, but Lords of War are an incredibly good team. Wouldn't expect anything less. Good stats on either side here. Let's go over Gunnings. I'm gonna call him G.O.E. from now on. Haven't played nearly as much as Ember, with only 5 matches to stand for on this side. But they have beaten the likes of Space Force and Lords of War and Fury and Rome and my own team, Riot. We don't talk about that. But these guys are on a roll here. Will Ember, I'm sorry, no, my stats are wrong. Space Force beat Gunning on Empty. They are not on a roll. They're looking to pick it back up. That is my apologies. The score was 8-10, Gunning on Empty. So they won the MMR battle. They did not win the battle though. The main objective, get 2 out of 3 maps. But that's okay. That's a pretty cool stat to have anyways. Very controversial one to say the least as well, due to an accidental Discord call on Space Force's side. Causing some drama. But that's the nature of any competitive environment. Each teamer is going to look for every single point that they can get a point on, even if it's on map or off map. And I do have a good amount of roster in here, so we're just going to go over these really quick. I'm not going to go over to the match page because that's broken. But we have Cool Breeze, Dirt Driver, Arno, Pause. Pause joined Gunning on Empty. Wow, he was from Phoenix. And PT Jace. All on Gunning on Empty's side, whereas on Ember we have the standard lineup. Riley Duncan, JHLO5, but I believe his name is actually Riley, so people just call him that. Quokka, Hailfire, Switch 201, and SliderCon. Very good lineup on both sides. Some good pickups for Gunning on Empty. Some very experienced players as well. Dirt Diver also going by the name previously known as Seth Bowden Gaming, and Cool Breeze being his brother actually. One of the One of the many in the Bowden dynasty. One of the many. And just like that, we will be going into our first round. Currently looking on Ember's perspective here of their defense that they're about to set up. We will have the upstairs objective for the first one here. Very... go either way. I'd say it's pretty balanced. It gives the defense a lot of room to spread out, or... Marsoc, there's plenty of capping angles and points and sweet spots you can go to. And speaking of spreading out, gunning on empty moved up pretty substantially. They clearly had the south spawn. I wasn't paying attention, but you can probably see it. Now this is a harder map for me to cast, so bear with me, because there's a, as you can see, I'm at the camera height limit, so. Bear with us while we... Night vision is pretty crucial on this map, even though they did lighten it up recently since the last update. There's still a lot of points where it's just so dark with the Volk uniform, which is black, and it's just perfect camouflage, whereas Marsoc is wearing desert camo. You go, you guys. Breeze is looking for the pick here. Will he see Switch 201? But Switch is nestled right into that bed that's right over there. It's actually a really hard spot to see. Teammate cut off here. He knows exactly where he's at. He's not gonna team kill him. Good job. Good stuff. Loving it. Could turn off the flashlight for now. I don't think we need it. Ooh, and some shots coming out from
the south.
Riley. Oh, and Riley goes down to Arno, finding him out while he's trying to prime that grenade. Poor timing. Hailfire right around the corner here. Will he hear Arno coming around here? Switch. Finding PTJ. But Pete, it's actually a trade. I'm sorry. Sluttercon get taken out by Arno. Hailfire knows exactly where Arno is, but Arno's going to get tagged by Hailfire. Hailfire gets a second one as Pause makes the same mistake without even checking his corner. And now gunning on empties in a 2v2. Hello. Oh. You know what? I just realized my mic was muted for that entire time. My apologies about that. As Cool Breeze catches Quokka. I guess that's what the thing that I'm going to do now. I need to play with those settings in my my casting software. But that's okay. I think each one of us casters has a little thing that we make a mistake with, and that's okay.
There might still be another dumpster to the right.
Gotta check those audio levels, as always. Driver finding Hailfire and gunning on empty take the first map here, or bleh, first round. God. Let's go over to our scoreboard here. Gunning on empty. Whoops, I gotta change that up. Let me reset this. Forgot to do that. My apologies. Now, boom. There we go. That's correct. Running empty. Being slow and methodical as always. I think Pause. I need to check is actually if he's a reservist or if he's an addition to their team. I'm really surprised because I believe last time I checked, gunning on empty. No, he is a reservist. Okay, so Pause is a reservist currently. Let me just verify that. Service list. Yes, so Pause is currently a reservist. The former Phoenix player has decided to help out gunning on empty this time because apparently, and it makes sense for gunning on empty because, like I said, they are a mix and mash of both American and Australia. So scheduling, I don't know how they do it, but they do it. It's kind of a miracle on its own. But without further ado, we're going to bring it back to the gameplay here with me casting this time and show you round 2 of map 1 with gunning on empty defending. We get the same spawn this time, the south spawn, but instead we see a lot more people pushing north, trying to go for that confusing flank. And knowing Ember, they do their research before playing matches. Maybe there's some truth to this, but Pause is a wild card here. They never would have anticipated that. Switch, 2-1, about to pick this corner here. See if this works. Nope, our button don't work. He is in a nice spot. Ooh, but Riley Duncan might get out here too quickly. He throws out too quickly. Pause finds Riley. But Switch 201 finds the refrag, clearing his route until he has to take on Cool Breeze. Let's check in with the south side here. Oop, can't go over that. Subway's weird. It is currently a 4v4 advantage neither side here. One of them is still actually downstairs. Oh, Quokka's choosing to go through the spawn tunnel side. Yes. He's making his approach up there now. He won't have any trouble until he has to encounter PT, Arno, and... yeah, just PT and Arno. I thought Dirt Diver was there. Is it Dirt Diver? Yeah, it's Dirt Diver. That dyslexia is kicking in. Let's get you a view of everything since a lot of things are about to happen here at once. Switch 2-1's about to sneak down. Cool Breeze is also guarding that angle. He's not looking the right way. We also have out here. Ooh, Breeze gets early with the shots. Big trade, but Switch is still visible. Probably not going to get that res though. It's too far away. Hailfire and Slider Con. Oh, and a nice nade downing Dirt Diver. We'll go for the confirm. Oh, he tries to go for the confirm, but he misses. Oh, there it is. Arno knows exactly where Hailfire is. But he gets Slider Con. He trades with Slider Con, actually. Right there, just outside of camera view. I thought it would have been a battle differently. PT Jace is right on objective. He could take on Hailfire if he wanted to. Quokka's got to make a decision if he wants to res his friend here or not. But I think he's going to go for it. And Quokka finishes off PT Jace, giving Ember a round win on round 2. Now, just looking at the stats here really quick, you can see that, you know, a lot of the gunning on empties players, including pauses, are all kind of carrying their own weight except for Dirt, which is fine. You know, everyone has a map that, you know, is not their most comfortable on. But we also see on Ember's side, we have people who are really carrying the team, like Switch and Hailfire, who are doing a stellar job. You know, maybe this isn't Riley's match or JH, JH's map or whatever not, you know. But hey, we might see some interesting stuff come out of them later. Just figured I'd show us that because I feel like we could use more of that. Everyone loves the numbers in this game. You know, we always say kills don't count, but hey, they do show effort. Our next objective. Oh, and we are popping in. Let's go to the sock spawn side here real quick. Alright. Round 3. Gunning on empty, attack the north objective, which is very famous for having a really cheeky cap spot. But now it's been rebalanced, so it's not nearly as capable anymore. It used to be if you just ran down there quick enough and you had the gonads, you could easily get your team 2 points. And Subway was basically never played because of that, this one objective. We will be seeing some people getting risky with it and still trying to attempt this approach even after the rebalance. Pause. Immediately finding Quokka on the stairwell. Quokka was just not ready for it. We will see another one peeking out here. Hailfire tries to pre-fire, but never find anyone. Arno, team killing Dirt Diver. That's not good. And Breeze. Oh no! What happened? Okay, Breeze finds Hailfire now. It's a step in the right direction now. It is a 3v3, despite all the victories on the north staircase. Jace is moving up here. SliderCon isn't exactly peeking out here. Is everything okay? He's not even looking. Jace is capping. Jace is on objective. He's being... I'm sorry. Slider is being suppressed, but he is not looking for the cap at all. Jace is gunning on empty 2 points. You gotta check that corner on this objective. You always have to assume someone is there. You just have to. You can never rest easy if you don't have someone looking at it. That's a tough one. Gunning on empty are a newer team. They do practice, but in the grander scheme of things, they probably haven't practiced together as much as Ember recently. Will Ember be able to pull off the coordination? And gunning on empty basically just showed, even though, to be fair, and I'm going to pull this up once more. I think we had some team kills before. I think Pause team killed. Because before, yes, Arno and Pause team killed because I think they had like 3 before or something like that. I'm not exactly sure actually. But I did see some team killing there. I'll have to consult the replay afterward because I don't mess around with the replays. But that's just what I do. That is just what I do. Back to the scoreboard. While we talk strategies and stuff, you know, going on while we wait for the 2 minutes to go down. And speaking of... Oh, false timer. We are popping into round 4. Ember making the approach on the north side. Looks like we will have one go downstairs trying to get cheeky with it. For a while. Okay, funky with it. They're probably going to try to go for the cap. Because if they don't, they will still be down a point. And a bunch of them are going that north side trying to do exactly what PT did. Oz is choosing not to get as expeditious as team previous. Oh, but he's taking that corner there, which is going to be deadly if you don't check it. They also have one person in the back there Watching that alleyway. And a bad frag. And a nice throw out. Wow. Riley coming in clutch with that save. Almost, that frag almost took out 4 members of the team. Good job, Riley. What a save. Pause goes down by switch 201. We're in the smoke. The cap is coming out in the smoke. There is more smoke coming out. Switch goes down. Free fire. He's not able to cap anymore, but Riley is going for it as well. Will he be able to get it? He is on objective in that smoke there. He's taking his time. Will he be able to get it? Come on. We know you can tie it up. It's hard to see the tablet through that smoke there. Seth is coming in, but Ember gets the uplink. Riley is the round MVP there. When Hailfire completely botched his throw on a frag grenade, thank goodness he didn't cook it. He completely botched the throw. Riley instinctively ran toward it, grabbed the nade, chucked it down, and I believe he at least downed a pause. Great stuff. And now we go into map point. On this, let's take a quick gander back over to the stats, if we may. We're seeing some great stuff coming out of Cool Breeze. 6 kills and 2 deaths. That's a positive right there. Ember's team is beginning to get more into the swing of things here, with everyone kind of pulling their own weight, especially with Riley taking that 2 points and keeping Ember in the game here. PT as well. Seem to be more cappers than killers on both sides here, but hey, we might see something else come out of them. You never know. That's the wonder about this game. We'll be popping into you want to leave that up. Round 5, I believe, yes. We're just gonna go with it, you know? I'm not gonna do the math. Ember defending this platform objective, this mid-level platform objective. A bunch of gunning on empty are choosing to go downstairs. 2 is the number I can name so now. The rest of the 3 are choosing to actually come across that south stairwell, where they're gonna have to face the wrath of Coca, who's already there greeting them. PT Jace will get the refrag. And already has secured that storage closet. Very crucial pick indeed. Cool Breeze can res his brother. Third driver gets to make his approach, but he doesn't know that SliderCon's on the other side. He gets picked off. Pause. Gets Hailfire and SliderCon in one fell swoop. It's the confirm. Makes gunning on empty's job a lot easier. Switch 201 on a mad dash back to objective to prevent the cap, but in his doing so, he didn't realize he was the last person up, and allowed gunning on empty to take Subway. Great match from both teams here, bringing it to the final round. I love it. Back-to-back caps. Well, on either side. I don't know. Is that the proper term? I don't know. I don't think it is. I think that so far, if anyone's keeping track, I think that Riley nade toss is the play of the day. head over to the war room as we go over our second map pick. Please ignore the ones that I've just highlighted. I don't know why it's doing that, but I can tell you that map 2 will be another fan favorite, Bazaar. Hop us back over to the scoreboard. Ember keeping the margin close, but not close enough if they want to win. Gunning and Empty are kind of running away with it. Very slowly, though. They're like walking away with it, I'd say. Oh, and don't forget to clip your favorite moments that you see so far. The Respawn hosts show, where they take our clips and they kind of do a quick analysis on everything. It's really awesome if you haven't seen it so far. Check it out. We will be now hopping into round 1. Hi, how's it going, Dirt? Oh, those Bowdens. Always love it when the players recognize exactly where the caster cam is. So you don't know, they can't see it. They do it randomly, but I appreciate it. Oh, and a decent push. I'm sorry for the quick camera there. Decent push coming out from Quokka already. Way quicker than the rest of his team. He might be the first one to see some action here. Breeze defends the main room. He's not really in a visible spot compared to where the rest of his team is, but Breeze shifts his position just slightly, but Pause finds Hellfire. He is defending against 4 members of Ember on his own. He goes for the reposition. Almost finds Switch 201. Actually, he trades with Switch 201. He is out for the count. The first member of Gunning on Empty to go down. A great... I believe he took down 2 members, and now he's completely stopped the advance on the north side, which was originally a 4-person advance, and brought it down to a 2. He's completely lost all of his momentum, and Ember now have to consider other options. Oh, what is this? I'm sorry, I'm looking at my map. Not looking at where I'm flying. Quokka is right next door. And he is knocking on Gunning on Empty. Will he find Cool Breeze? It's right there. The two disadvantage does not favor Quokka as Breeze goes down. A little bit expeditious. I think he was expecting the rest of his team to have pushed up further, but they are on the other side of the map. Not the best start, especially putting your team into a 2v4 start off with is definitely not good. And a pistol shot coming out from Riley. Kind of going to a bit more of a lull in the play, and the bulletproof branches get in my way. Oh, that rhymed. Definitely not as fast paced as we saw in Suburbia, but Ember are currently weighing their options as Slider to push into a very open spot. You'll see why in a second. Completely exposed that doorway where Jace might be occupying in just a second here. Question is, will Slider try to go into that doorway over there? Doesn't look like it by his movements. Where's our other guy? Riley is choosing to go along, kind of follow the same path. Ember always seemed to really like to go in twos. Noman, our resident Ember expert, might explain this behavior. We also know that Ember also like to ban to their opponent's weaknesses. Smoke's coming out on objective. Arno going for the reposition here. Finding, oh, and a trade coming out of Arno and Riley Duncan. It is up to SliderCon to either cap or kill 3 if he wants to. Well, I was going to hype that up, but apparently...
One darkness.
Apparently that's just not the way that it turned out. Ember, let's see, let's get the score going here. We need to think of something quick here. Gunning on empty are running away with the match here. They've already taken round 1. I do believe this is Ember's one and only choice that they get since they are away. Excuse me, about to hiccup. And Gunning an empty, you're saying your map? Nuh-uh. My map. My map now. Take a quick gander over to the stats. That pause was incredibly effective at being where he was. He completely shut down the approach that Ember was planning on taking on that east side by taking out 2 of their members. I believe Hailfire and Coca. No, Hailfire and SliderCon, because Coca went mid. Completely also threw off Coca as well, but for now, wish I could have made that the transition was there. We will now be now G.O.E. take on the Ember. I'll have to check later if I actually updated the scores. I think I did. Yes, I did. I'm very forgetful. Smoke's coming out. Polka finding PTJ is a good pick. He being one of the Resident League players on Gunning on Empty, who's probably played ever since Gunning on Empty's formerly previous game in Season 4. Rest of the guys here, like Arno, I haven't really seen around as much ever since Season 4 until practically now. Oh, and Polka almost finds another one. He does get down by Arno and some nice peek/pre-fires. Dirt Diver is also planning on going that way, but let's see what's going on the other side. Hailfire's going for the flank, but gets caught out by Arno, shutting that down. Giving Gunning on Empty the one-man advantage. Pause and Cool Breeze choosing or opting to go for the direct approach across the street, a very risky one, but can be pulled off if done correctly. Choosing to go without any utility. Look at Cool Breeze, he's just waddling across. If Riley peeks up right now, he'll be able to catch Breeze in an awkward position, but Breeze is already kind of pointed there, so it might not favor him, but Riley finding pause. Breeze knows exactly where he is, and so does Arno and Dirt. SliderCon finds Arno, bringing it to a 3v2 advantage Ember by one man. Let's go look back at Breeze here. Little cozy here, the bulletproof window here, which I think is still bulletproof. Into play. Breeze finds Riley, opening up objective massively. Rotation comes out of Switch. Dirt's not looking. Switch is kind of pre-firing all over the place, trying to make sure Breeze isn't in any of these rooms. Oh, and a weird oh, and they just miss each other. It is a 1v2. Switch is the last man standing. A trade comes out, but that's all that Gunning on Empty need in order to take map 2. I'm sorry, round 2. Why am I getting Blah. I'm not doing hot with these word things. Take a quick gander back over into the stats page just to pour over these. Cool Breeze has been on fire this entire time, always consistently being a really high killer as well. We can't obviously forget how PT Jace and Riley have both capped for their respective teams, but Breeze has been standing out this whole game here. He's actually a newer player to the league this season. He was brought in by Seth. Kind of explained actually like within this season. Our next objective, drum roll, will be the mini bazaar, also known as West Courtyard. West Bazaar. West Bazaar. Sorry, that mental tangent just had to be explained. Now we go into round 3. We will see a south spawn from Marsoc. Not quick spawn. Let's see how
the almighty Todd.
Yes, I am almighty. I don't know what the rest of the conversation was. I don't listen to teams. That'd be rude. We will be seeing... Doesn't really show it that well. Very spread out defense coming out of Gunning on Empty. I always like to cover their bases, and they are a team of skilled shooters. It definitely works for them. Works for their play style and works for how they take the game. Ember actually opted to go south or go north and definitely hold down the middle bazaar, as well as send 2 people. Definitely make some noise. Up at the west side. And a frag, I believe, goes out. Yep, the frag goes out. And a smoke covering the approach. So pre-firing goes out in order to lure out PT to approach. Half of Slider Khan's ammo goes into that car. And Jace finds both Slider Khan and Hailfire. Thus shutting down that approach and giving Gunning on Empty a definitive lead by 2 men. Now viewing Riley. Obviously peeking to make sure no one's inside these buildings, clearly. He doesn't know there's someone practically next door to him in that building with the 2 windows right there. I think he knows there's actually 3 of them right there. So he's waiting to play his cards just right. Actually pause. He's really good at playing quietly. Volko runs right in front of Pause. Doesn't see him, but Pause eventually fixes that problem. Now, both Switch and Riley know exactly where Pause is, and Pause actually chooses not to rotate after making that much noise. I don't think he actually knew where a bunch of these people were and how this approach was happening. I don't even think he's radioed it out yet. Riley definitely knows where Pause is. He's waiting for the move to come out. Actually, he doesn't. Oh, and a nade coming out of Riley. I think he's looking to toss it somewhere else. Oh no, he's tossing it down that alleyway to make sure that's clear and that he's not there, which he isn't. Instead, he's got to be looking toward that window. And he tries to make the move across, but Pause is looking out right at the right time. Thus bringing it down to a 1v5. Ember's disadvantage. We should just ride on board Pause. Oh, and it... Oh, yeah. Okay, I understood what happened. That was weird. Kind of kicked me out of the first-person view right at the win happened, but... Dirt Diver got the final kill on Slider, I believe. The thing went away. So Gunning on Empty are now on. Match point. Very definitive map dominance coming out of Gunning on Empty so far. Ember have really got to change up their playstyle if they want to stay in this. They have already lost map 1, as the scores can clearly show right now. They haven't been using much time to strategize, so I'm actually gonna go into this view really quick here while I can. Pause is definitely picked up here on the Gunning on Empty side, matching Breeze pretty much in kill count. Oh, excuse me. That was coming for a while. Switch is doing magic on this map here for his team, but no one else is really matching it. Like, Hailfire, well, he's the captain and he does make the calls. He hasn't really shown up on the board that much. And I know the game, and I know people are going to be screaming. What? Wrong thing. My apologies. People are going to be screaming saying that, oh, Onward is not about the kills. And you are completely correct. Onward is not about the kills. It's about the teamwork. But at the same time, the kills are a massive step to getting on objective and being able to, you know, get points. So, yes and no. Onward is not about the kill. It's a gray area. But it definitely shows work. I'm going to pop us in right now for round 4. And a big push coming out of gunning on empty, who spawned in the same spot where Ember did. They're opting to actually go on a 2-2-1 split. I believe Ember's doing the same move that they were able to pull off against their game with Phoenix. They put 2 people inside the Coyote Towers up there. Before they start any action, just kind of looking where people are. We have Dirt and Breeze, the brothers, at it. Pause, but Cool Breeze gets caught up by Quokka in the middle tower. That's just how important that place is. You have such dominance and such good cover. And a nade coming out to confirm. Not exactly where that was pointed. A building was in my way, as you may have noticed. Trying to find the pick, but SliderCon goes in to save his brethren. PT Jace now has to worry about 2 people. Quokka coming around for the rotation. Could be deadly for Jace. Hailfire finds pause. This could be the thing that Ember needed if they keep going with this momentum. PT Jace is getting a lot of mixed signals here. He knows SliderCon is somewhere over there. Let's turn these lasers on. I realize I haven't been using that for the entire thing. He finds SliderCon. Quokka knows exactly where Jace is for the time being, but he has moved, so he might not. That information might not be correct anymore. Go for the Wes Anderson view. I know I'm showing this. There is some action about to happen near objective, so we'll be going over that soon if nothing happens here. But it might be Jace is looking for that angle. Oop. And I keep messing up. There we go. That's what I wanted. Quokka is looking in the right place where he should have been when Jace was over there, but Jace has actually opted to go south. Quokka's not in a bad spot either. Not in the best spot. PT is waiting for Quokka to make the mistake here. He's opted to go around this the right way, and this could actually be deadly for Jace right here. He's not even looking where Quokka is, but Quokka's not even looking either. Quokka's hell-bent on getting back to objective. A good move. Dirt Diver goes down somewhere, I believe. And the last guy is Jace. Let's go over to Jace's, and I can only choose the Ember view. Where the hell am I? Apologize for the language.
Sorry.
Jace finding Quokka.
Enemy fire. He's heading south towards the road.
Making his life a lot easier. Finds Hailfire. Brings it down to a 2v1. This is completely manageable for PT. Finds Switch. We're down to a 1v1.5. Bad rotation comes out. A trade. But Ember emerged victorious, getting their first victory on the board. Down to the line, but Ember get a point on their map pick. And if you remember what I said before about, you know, points and stuff like that, well, here we go. Jace's moves up to the last minute there have definitely gotten him on the board. Definitely got him on the board. Sorry, kind of zoned out for a second. Breeze is still standing at the same place. Hailfire's definitely picked it up now. He is on the board as well. He's no longer in that scoring slump. Bring us back over to the scoreboard. I was gonna say this before the round started last time. Ember needs to change up their attack approach. They've been sending odd men out to places that are strongly defended, and they keep losing serious manpower to those places. So we're talking about their flanks specifically. They like to go for that north approach on step 4. Odd approaches, but Gunning on Empty know that they like to do that, and they send good players out there to defend that. And it just has not been working for them at all. So maybe we're gonna see a 5-man push or a 4-1 push or something a lot safer. But let us tune in to round 5. See what happens. We got a Coca. We do have the Coyote objective here, and Ember, like I said before, it looks like that they're going for that 4-1 push, but as I say that, they split into a 2-2-1, which isn't bad. It's actually not bad at all given their situation, because most of their trouble has come in the form of single souls, like Pause versus, I believe, Hailfire and one other. But one person, you know, on defense has been able to defend one place. It causes lapses for Ember. This is actually really good. If we look at the map really quick, this is actually a really good approach coming from Ember. They're kind of moving as one. They're occupying the same line of battle, as you can kind of see here. Whereas Gunning and Empty now, in response, have kind of scrunched in a bit more on this objective. It works really well. We might see some good stuff coming out of Ember now. This is kind of where the combat zone really begins for tight objectives. So Ember are obviously now taking it really slow and trying to find those picks where they can in order to kind of chip off at the defense. Smoke's coming out of places undefended, but just kind of for safety. It's actually really good smoke. Look at that. Completely blocks that window for the most part from anyone who'd be looking there, namely Cool Breeze. Take a look at what Volk's doing. Not seeing anybody specifically going upstairs, because there are capable points upstairs. But we are seeing a bit of a spread. Cool Breeze finds Hailfire. I think all of Ember's, the rest of Ember's actually choosing to go on North Approach here, but they will have to encounter Pinky Jace, who can stick his butt out. Quicker finding Pause. It's actually a trade. But Ember actually emerged slightly victorious out of that trade, as Pause is resable. Not anymore, or I'm sorry, Quokka is resable, but not anymore. Dirt Driver getting that confirm. Oh, and Switch and Breeze trade, but Breeze is resable on objective. If Riley waited it just right, he could have gotten 2, but He didn't time it right. A nice nade coming out, but a little too high. Throws a balcony too far. And Riley and PT are next door neighbors right now. Now Jace is being defended pretty well by Breeze. Keep in mind, he's at basically like half health, even though Onward and health really don't go hand in hand. Breeze finds... I'm sorry. Riley finds Breeze. That stuff happened, and Dirt Diver gets the kill on SliderCon, giving Gunning on Empty the map and the game win. Whoop, I gave Ember too many points. There we go. That's right. Even though that is Gunning on Empty's win, but stay tuned. We'll still have more action for you as both teams fight it out for the MMR. Really quick while I can. Nope, I can't actually anymore. They just changed the map on me. Take you over to the war room where it's glitched out again, because those are all the picks. And I'm Downfall and Suburbia for... I'm sorry, not Downfall. Quarantine and Suburbia for Ember, and Gunning on Empty. But Gunning on Empty, for their second map that they can choose, will be choosing Downfall. Downfall. There it is. Downfall. There it is. Slow. I don't think either teams will be switching people out. Obviously not... What's going on there? Obviously, Gunning on Empty won't be changing people out because they are using a reservist, which means that they are down people. Ember, I think... You're just looking in chat, I see members of Ember watching the game. They're choosing not to cycle anyone in. They are in it to win whenever MMR they can. They're not here to play. Our first objective, I can tell you, will be two-story dumpster, or I'm sorry, wall next to the two-story dumpster building. It's kind of awkward one right next to it. Always looks the same on the map. But without further ado, let's take it to the action. Map play round one.
Do you need some smoke that way?
Go see what G.O.E are doing. Just got released. Kill them with their fancy lasers. They're trying to see if he can pick out any snipers going into that white building. I don't think Ember's really choosing to. They're actually choosing to take the hillside right next to it to kind of throw it off. Finding cool breeze on the north side. Coca dumps a whole like G3 mag into that. I think that kill's confirmed. I don't know about you. Oh, it's not. You gotta dump a whole nother mag into that. Where was that? Oh, he's all the way up here. Look at that. That's a good kill with a G3. And it's not a good place to be down because you don't have any visual on defensive points because Coca's pretty far out there. And there's a huge ridge line in your way. So don't expect too much coming out of Breeze aside from Coca's positioning. Base launching a smoke onto objective. Little short. But par on this course is 3, so he will have another chance. Oh, I was finding Slider Con on objective. No, I'm sorry. No, yeah, he was. I'd have been along there with Riley. This puts the match favor into Gunning on Empty's hands because they do have one person who is resable, and if we look on the map really quick, we do see, I believe that's Dirt making his way to Breeze. Hailfire finds PTJ, it's a good pick. Shifting the favor back into Ember's hand by 1 man. Half a man, actually. That's about to be evened up as Dirt makes his way over to the down man. That arrow up in the upper right-hand corner right there. Will Coca find them both? I just realized this might happen. The res comes out, but Coca's not looking for it. He thought he already downed it. 4v4 action going on here. Coca's got to be careful. He might get caught out here. Arno, I think Arno would have seen that. Clear daylight. Yeah, he probably did. Ember is really spread out here. If you look on the map one more time, Ember is incredibly spread out here and almost surrounded. Only one person really on objective here. They have to be really careful. We already know that Gunning and Empty love to use the utility. Poker getting caught out after his mad dash toward objective goes wrong. Riley tosses out a nade thinking someone was on objective when they weren't. That's a waste of utility there. Arno making a mad push up. Switch is being suppressed. Riley's got to make a move now. Puts out some smoke. I don't think the smoke's going to help you, bud. Oh, Riley, you got to move out, man. Oh, it's too late. Oh, that's... Too many people think that they can see around that corner. Myth busted. And then Empty go up 2-0 on downfall. Currently 10-4. Really dominant. I was expecting it to be a lot closer off of Subway. But that is the way it goes. And Bazaar might not have been the greatest pick to play against for Gunning on Empty. And I don't think Downfall either. I think Ember really exceeds at really close range combat. But let's take a quick gander at the scores. Keep in mind this is the first round, so they're not going to be beefy. And there was a cap, so let's keep that in mind. Great stuff from Arno, and a really quick one as well. If it weren't for the downing on... Pop it? No, we didn't. My bad. Oh. Keep forgetting. Oh, we're about to right now. I'm gonna just keep us here. So why not? Round 2. We will have a shorter spawn for Ember this time. With Gunning on Empty's up too.
Is anybody else there?
No, I'm gonna be across from objective.
Yeah.
Last minute planning coming out of Gunning.
Main distance 0 to hero, PT.
You heard it from Seth. Everyone keep track. Breeze gets down right off the bat. It seems to be a reoccurring theme here. definitely going to be a res coming soon. Oh, but Quokka finds pause. It's not Quokka and his downing, but lack of confirms. Oh, man. SliderCon goes down due to Dirt Diver. This is not going to be good for Ember because they still have to confirm that other kill, who is... I believe he's on the Marsoc tower there. Hailfire finds PT Jace, and this time it's an actual kill. He won't be coming back. They're making him move back up here. Quokka is on objective, actually. If he uses some utility, he might be able to get sneaky with it. Oh, he's on objective. He is capping, and Seth does not know it's there. And he even gets... Wow. What? You should watch the cast, Dirt. Wow. Incredible. He got there so quick. I didn't even see him. That is the wrong map. It is 2-2 on downfall. Take another quick gander at the stats. Oh, Quokka. Man, you started off there a little weak with the two downs and no confirms. The 3 including the previous one, but man, that cat was juicy. Nice recap. No cap has gone unanswered in this game so far. No cap has gone unanswered. Good stuff all around. It's a shame that Bazaar had to go the way it did. We could have seen a really tight game. It's amazing how quick some of these people could just sneak their way up onto objective, even without too much use of utility on this map. And I think that is partially due to the remap that happened in the previous major update, with more like canals, more objects in the way, a bunch of minor tweaks that actually open up a bunch of more lanes. But without further ado, let us hop into round 3. How will gunning on empty answer back to a cap? Another cap? This is their chance to win. They do. Dirt making a mad push up to the north or the north hotel, I'm sorry. Looking for anyone trying to make a move around here. This objective could be very open to defend, so where you go is where you will be for the rest of the game at times. For the disadvantage. This is definitely an advantage to gunning on empty to have this objective here because it's so capable. You can take out the person in that lower right hand corner 2-story that's in our screen, the one where SliderCon's at. You can definitely open up some capping points because there will be someone on the inside, both upstairs and probably in the basement, somehow watching both, because those are also capping points. There's like 4 different capping points in this on this objective. It's pretty crazy. Jace revives Arno, bringing it to a 5v4 Ember's disadvantage. There's actually... Seth is taking his time for good reason here, as I've just taken a peek down at my map. There is a far push going on down here. Jace and Arno. Hellfire is the next door neighbor to Cool Breeze. He probably hears exactly where he's at. Pause is watching. That's actually really masterful. Hellfire can make the move out and try to attack Breeze, fine, but Pause will be guarding that entrance, I should say. I'm sorry. We're guarding the entrance without Hellfire really even knowing. So Breeze can make as much noise as he wants. It actually works to his advantage. Ooh, lasers are pointed right at Pause. Breeze ducks for cover. Hellfire now has the advantage in this situation. He has coverage. The only person who would stop him from coming out is Dirt, but Dirt's preoccupied with other things moving down there, so he could totally try to use his Peeker's advantage here and go for the kill on Breeze. Let's see what Dirt's doing. He's also getting nice and cozy with them as well. Oh, but he gets knocked out by Switch. He is resible. No, he's not. He is not resible. My apologies. And Breeze gets knocked out by Riley. The last person who's making a... Oh, I'm sorry. Last two people who are making an approach are the people who are the flankers. We have Arno and PT Jace. PT Jace being inside that middle hotel, second story. And Arno, obviously, where the camera's at. Arno finds Riley Duncan and then gets refragged by Hailfire, bringing it down to a 1v3.5 with only 1:45 remaining on the clock. Not working out for Gunning on Empty in this case. Ember might go up to 3-0 at this rate. Jace is making a mad dash toward objective here. No one is... Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong objective. I got hyped. I got overhyped there. That's like... That's a redundant word, by the way. Riley might be able to see where Jace will be and be able to call out precisely that location. Especially since Switch is guarding that area right there. Oh, but PT knows exactly where he is, so I don't think he will have the chance before.
What?
Well, PT isn't able to confirm it. Hailfire if he wins this.
Oh, damn.
He trades, but it's all they needed. Spectacular commentary coming out of Riley Duncan there. Oh damn. Oh damn indeed. Ember. Their first map lead, I believe. We can actually almost tie up their MMR stats here. It seems to be a case here for Gunning on Empty, whatever game they play in. Even though someone definitively wins, they always seem to make the scores not appear as they seem. Gander back over to the stats. Oz has definitely been doing work for Gunning on Empty, even though he's not an official member. You might see that change soon. They only have 6 members on their roster, I believe. Polka with that cap, and also with Arnold, basically, also looking real good. Hellfire's been doing work, though. 6 kills and only 1 death. Good on you, man. You know, Breeze and SliderCon are also having a bit of trouble on this map so far. But then again, we've only really played effectively, what? 4 rounds, I want to say? Oh. the standings do the talking here. Let's pop into. This is Ember's match point here. If they just get all the kills, they can win themselves a map. And at this point, the MMR would favor them if they did. Would make them win, but it would definitely look good. Very spread out, very standard defense coming out of G.O.E. Gamma Omega Echo. I'm tempted to call him now. Ember being very direct. Very direct with their approach. Got a 4-1 split here going on. Very spread out. I'm sorry, now it's becoming a 1-3-1 split. It's something I haven't seen in a while. Sorry about that. And everyone's waddling like a school of ducks. Who's up here? Who are you? You're Switch. What are you doing? Your game, son. And standard, actually, that's a support class loadout, so he's not looking to do anything pinpoint accurately. He's just gonna spam people and probably create diversion, distraction. We're about to see some action down here. Yeah. And pause. Have to meet up here. Where is pause in this? Okay, so he's on the stairwell. Let's watch it from here. Good. He's gonna show his gun first. Now be an immediate disadvantage to pause. How slow he's been going, and exactly that happens. Pause retains his control over the middle hotel. Now, if anyone has checked their tablet over here, it looks like that they have, because there are a lot of lasers pointed at the middle hotel. A lot of confusion as well, as Slider is wondering where this guy is. What we don't know is that PT is holding a really good angle. Hillfire takes a hit. Doesn't seem to be too injured though by it, but he hasn't really done the run check yet. Oh, he has used his needle, so he was hit to the point where he had to use his utility. Hailfire gets tagged by PT Jason with that rock wall. Jason now rotates in order to avoid getting hit. Pause finds SliderCon as well. Found on the empty are answering back pretty good here. Riley finds PT Jace. Pause is left looking for where Riley is, but he doesn't look out at the right time. He could have caught that movement, but just wasn't successfully able to. Breeze is hanging out in that window there, and Riley knows exactly where it's happening, as far as I can tell. Pete comes out, Breeze almost gets shot in the face, but ducks back in time. Some random shots. Diver and pause does find Riley in his rush up on. And the last member of Ember gets caught out, and a celebration comes out from Seth. His standard boom baby. I have heard many a time. back to a tie game on match point for both sides again. Will Ember be able to claim their 3-1 victory this time? I'm sorry, 4-3 victory. I can't do numbers. It's late. This match has only been going on for an hour though. It's pretty good for Onward time. Not bad at all. Let's take a quick gander at the stats real quick. Hellfire's just been on fire throughout this entire map here, practically carrying his team if it weren't for Quokka. Also with that amazing cap, which I hope was clipped, by the way. Because I don't want to have to do that. I just want to go to bed after this. But we'll figure out soon. Good stuff coming out all around. This is actually the kind of map I was hoping Bazaar would be. But, you know, casters can't be choosers. Gunning under T. We'll be going on Marsoc this time.
We should be able to make a full cross. I'm gonna make a full cross down because they shouldn't be able to hit me.
Immediate shots coming out as they try to catch out anyone who's been moving around that side of the palm tree. That side of the objective. Sorry, didn't mean to fly us into a palm tree. Drone flying is hard, everybody. I'm just gonna let you know.
Marsoc doubles.
I know. Looking at the Marsoc double tower.
Yeah, same guy, same guy.
Oz is also trying to make some shots off onto the, trying to pick off Ember. And he actually, one of them does. There is one member of Ember who is down. He's just
Yes,
trying to secure his
their
bungalows. That quick reload, and you can never trust those small mags to have enough for what lies ahead. Especially on a map like this, you go through ammo like mad. Boss once again is trying to take pot shots on.
There's definitely on the center of hill, the very top.
There is someone there. His call-out is correct. There is someone center rooftop. You can see Hooper's trying to look for that. Arno does find Hellfire somewhere off camera. He's actually right next door to SliderCon, who's taking that doorway. Who will be the first one to talk? Is the question of the day. DJs finds Riley Duncan. Making it a 5v3 for gunning on empty. Oh, and PTJs finds Quokka as well. What a nice double. Immediately getting suppressed by members of Ember, who I can't figure out the name of because it doesn't show for me. Remember, people, I see what you see. Laser's pointing right at him. No shots went off. Oh, that member who's in the doorway of Ember doesn't see where he is. Let's see what's going on here. Matter of fact, he goes for the rotation. Jace is going to immediately lock on that, but is not able to find him. SliderCon is actually caught out by Switch. And does some breakdancing. What a move. Wish I had a beat for that, but gunning on empty. Oops. Sorry, I missed that last part. But gunning on empty. Take map 3. And that will be it for gameplay. Let's take a look at the stats before they go away. Woo. That's your final downfall stats right there. Pause and Hailfire. I've just been doing work on this map here, and it definitely has shown through. A 4-3 map is always a good map. Anyways, go back and make sure my scores are correct. Oh, they're not. There we go. Final score is 12-7. Gunning on empty, taking out Ember. But knowing how these kinds of matches go, we've seen great stuff coming out of both teams here. I think Ember definitely could have had Downfall and Subway. They just kind of practiced those situations just a little bit more. Overall, Gunning Empty definitely shows the more practiced team. Anyways, off of that note, let's find something to send us to. If you like what the VRML does, and all the casts that we provide, and whatnot, definitely check out the website, onwardvrml.com. You can join, become a league player, join a team, start a team, become a caster. If you really wanted to, and you're really skilled like I am, figure out when other matches are going on. These matches are also Onward VRML and Onward VRML, I'm sorry, is brought to you by VR Cover and ProTube VR. Both of them put out extremely amazing products. Go check out their stuff. And like that, my name is TFH, and I will see y'all